Good morning, chicos. Welcome to another video. Not that anyone asked or cares, but I'm going to be filming my current workout split. It's a beautiful overcast day in rainy UK. What better time to display our work ethic and remind the world that we are very capable individuals and that we can rise even when the sun doesn't. I don't know where that bullshit came from. Anyway, this is the intro. Let's just not, whatever. So my split is something I made up by myself. I am not a qualified individual. I always need to put that out there because I don't want you to follow me and think that she knows everything, because I really don't. I don't. I can only speak for myself. I've been working out since I was 13, doing a variety of things. You can watch my channel, my main channel as well, which should be attached to this channel if you're interested. Puberty hit me like a truck video. In there, I also basically explained that I started with Pilates, Pilates. That was my story for nearly 10 years. I always knew that the gym and weights was something I had to do, but I was always just too scared. And if you're worried about that, then don't worry, I'm going to have content coming out for you to help you overcome that, because gym anxiety is real and I still get it despite having consistently gone to the gym for now coming up to a year and a half. Hey, pat on the back. So yeah, no, it still happens. Like, there'll be days where I'm sat in the changing room and I I need an extra 5-10 minutes, and it's always been my dream to become a fitness instructor, and I'm like, how am I going to become a fitness instructor when I can't even get my ass out the changing room? It happens, and you just need to just be gentle with yourself. Realize, it could be for a multitude of reasons. It could be you're taking a certain stress with you to the gym and it's just suddenly all coming to the surface, or maybe you're not wearing makeup. For me, this could be a thing. I don't wear makeup to the gym. I'm just wearing makeup today for the sake of the video to look a little more finessed, but I don't go with my makeup, and sometimes makeup can be a mask. It can help you to feel more confident, and it could be anything. So yeah, I'll have another video coming out for you guys about that. Anyway, let's talk about my split. My split is an unqualified decision that I made for myself back in, I think, January. I devised it based off of any sort of basic knowledge I had, and sort of the moves that I found were the most high ROI, which is return on investment, for me, and just what I found most enjoyable. So also, given my lifestyle, I'm quite a busy person, as many of us are, and I wanted something that was quite compact. It got to the point, it targeted the things that I found were most important for me. So again, are these educated decisions? I don't know. But what I will say is that they certainly help me make gains. And so that much I will give myself credit for. If editing me is feeling so bold, I might even include some before and afters. So just cut here and just sort of show that of sort of like my progression from early February to now. And you can see the effect that this split has had on my body. Hello, this is editing Mahika jumping in. I actually, looking at the pictures, don't see a huge difference. I'd say the biggest thing is that my butt is a little bit bigger and my back is a little more defined. But I feel like in those pictures, you can't really see that much. So I'm kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm really selling this. And to be honest, there's nothing really to be sold. You can follow the workout if you want to follow the workout. If you're just looking for something that's kind of intermediate, then follow it if you want. It's up to you. I actually do stand by the fact that it has changed my body, and I'm not just saying that. There's no point in me just saying that. I would say the biggest difference has been my... Oh, sorry about that. Oh, hello. The biggest difference has not been this. It has been my arms. I really feel like my shoulders, especially the past couple of weeks, have just... And it's not like I've been on a significant cut. I really feel like my upper body has changed. I noticed a little more quadriceps, actually, and a little more upper back definition, and then definitely glutes. Yeah, and I think it's just not really showing in the pictures. I don't know if it's the lighting. I have no reason to lie to you guys. I genuinely see this difference. That being said, diet-wise, I haven't changed a whole lot, and I think that kind of shows, there's not a significant amount of fat loss that we can see. I would have to pull up my, scales and see, I have got an app, and I have to pull it up to see the fat difference and stuff. But anyway, the point isn't that, oh, this is going to transform your body. It might. If you don't gym and now you start gymming, this might transform your body. But I am going to keep the pictures there just for the sake of the video, and also, I guess, maybe to get myself accustomed to sharing my, it's gonna sound weird, my body online. That sounds really absurd, but I guess in the context of fitness, and I think that it can be empowering to show your body. Oh god, that sounds so dodgy coming out of my mouth. Let me finish. It can be empowering to show your body when it's not perfect. It can be empowering to show your body in the context of self-development when you're not a final product. I think that we see so many incredible, perfect people online, you know, the people that are at the finish line, the people that have been, you know, slaying for like 5-10 years. It's their career, they're full-time fitness influencers, like this is what they do and they look amazing. But I just think that it might be helpful for someone to see like a very, I guess, average body as well, and see tiny changes and not beat themselves up, I think, because I don't look at those pictures. I mean, I look at it, I'm like, okay, like maybe I could have worked on my diet a bit more. But then again, I also know my journey and I know how much I went through in terms of dealing with my habits around food and how I'm still working through that, and I'm still proud of the little changes I made. I enjoyed this split, and I think honestly, that's all that matters. You're learning, you're growing, you're getting better at what it is that you do. And so I don't look at those pictures and not see progress. I mean, I do in the sense that, like, comparing it to how perhaps I'm talking about it, because I don't think I even looked at those pictures properly when I was talking in this video. But, you know, for me, I still see the progress because I understand the person behind just the image. And so anyway, I think it could be nice for me to share, and also nice for anyone watching who perhaps feels like they're not doing enough, or that they need to have this miraculous transformation. I think it's a nice full circle moment for me as well, because so much of my fitness journey when I was younger, I would think, oh, in 3 months I'm going to be this, and this much time I'm going to be that, and I put all this pressure on myself, and like 3 months would pass and I'd not be there, and I'd hate myself, and then I'd go back to eating, like I'd start like not taking care of myself, and then I wouldn't work out, and I'd just give up and throw the towel in. And you know, it's very full circle because I'm not doing that, and I do see the progress, and I'm playing the long game, and this is just me sharing my genuine journey. So yeah, if that inspires you, then keep on watching. Whether you're here for some physical changes or you're just looking for a workout, I hope that you enjoy this split as much as I did. Yeah, that's it. To the rest of the video. Also, please note that there are external factors like sleep, diet, how much I'm walking, where I am in my cycle, how much water I'm drinking, yada, yada. But yeah, editing Mahika, if you're feeling so bold, then feel free to insert some images. But if we're not going to do that, well, either way, I can just say the booty is definitely bootying a lot more. My back definition has started to come through, and in the last, like, I want to say 3 weeks, I've really noticed my shoulders popping, like, on another level, and that's really exciting. I really enjoy that. So anyway, my split is 3 sessions. We've got lower, upper, and posterior chain. I just thought it'd be helpful for me to do that. Again, it kind of hits everything. Posterior chain was kind of like a bonus for me, so on the weeks that were really tight, my bare minimum would be lower and upper. Try and squeeze in lower and upper. Just make sure you get that consistency. Find out what your bare minimum is as well. I gave this advice to somebody else recently this past week. They are into gym like me, and they felt really bad that they couldn't go. And I said, look, you just need to find like what your bare minimum is for a really busy week, or if you're going to consistently have like super busy weeks like this, then find perhaps a more compact targeted workout that can help you to hit as much as possible in the shortest amount of time. A lot of people think that you need to be in the gym for like 3 hours, like 6 days a week. You don't. You also, I mean, again, I'm not educated in saying this, but like I don't feel like you need to torture yourself for like 1.5 to 2 hours for 3 or 4 sessions a week. If you can't make that, that's fine. If you're the type of person that can maybe squeeze in like a 20-minute thing here, a 30-minute thing there, if you've got some home weights, great. The important thing is that you're moving. That's the biggest thing. And remember, like, for your lifestyle and where you are, different things are going to work. You know, the person who's just had a baby and is trying to recover but also take care of a toddler is going to have very different I guess, needs and a different plan that's going to work for them compared to the teenager who's got a bunch of free time after school. So I really want you to remember that you need to give yourself grace. This is just what I've been doing. I created this after I had to unfortunately stop working with my PT due to financial reasons. So I needed something that was going to work. I just created this and it tied me over. And I recently, so I'm going to get into this in another series, but I recently purchased Gains by Brains program, one of them. It's like about the booty. So I was like, oh, why not? Take it to the next level, keep it sexy and juicy. And I actually have a holiday late August, so I think that kind of works out nicely, you know. I've never Yeah, I just feel like I've never had like my dream body. Maybe like once, but not really. Like I'd been sick on that holiday, so that doesn't really count. But yeah, I've never really had like that physique, you know what I mean? So I'm like, it'd be kind of like a cool bonus. And not that that's the reason why I'm doing all of this. But yeah, I've got another program that I'll be starting next week. So that's why I'm filming all of this week, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. I think that's about it. I don't think I have anything else to say. I thought about taking my mic with me, but I don't, honestly, because of the way I like to lock in. I don't think it'll be beneficial for me, and you'll just hear me grunting. Like, there's nothing beneficial that's going to come out my mouth. So I will be doing a voiceover instead, and just letting myself be the animal that I am, the beast. Yeah, and speaking of gym anxiety, now I need to take myself with a flipping tripod. It's that thing where you just kind of feel like everyone's going to be looking at you and thinking, who does she think she is? Do you know what? I have no idea. I try to remember, and again, I'm going to go into this in the gym anxiety thing. Obviously, I filmed previously and I filmed for my sister, which I think in a way was perhaps more embarrassing on the embarrassment scale, because I'm there talking to the camera, like, do this and do it like that, when I'm obviously not qualified. So I'm like, you know what? Like, obviously you can do this, you're just filming yourself. But I try to remember my purpose in this. So me filming this is, first of all, for me, so I can like see how much I'm changing and, everything, like see my progress and see how I view things and, remember my strength. I think it might be inspirational as well for me to look back. But I also want to share value with people. People might want to follow along. I think it's fun. And I get to have fun. It's not like I'm taking a tripod and putting on somebody's head. Like, it's fine. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. I can do this. All right, that's enough jibber jabber. In terms of anything else, I actually never really was a pre-workout person. I have always raw dogged it. I think that's the right term. Questionable one, but yeah. I've always been quite hardcore in that sense. I always used to see these Americans like dry scooping something. I'm like, what is that substance? And then I couldn't get free delivery on my protein the other day, and I was like, you know what? I hate paying for delivery, so I just added a little pre-workout in there. I was like, let's see what the hype's about. So yeah, we've got this one from my protein orange. It's not sponsored, by the way, guys. Obviously, I'm not famous enough for that yet. Yet. Subscribe. So anyway, it's orange mango passion fruit. I like it. She's all right. She's rather nice. So did I do two? I did do two. Yeah, because sleep hasn't really been happening recently. So 2 scoops, not needed. Not needed. I always try to remind myself, like, yeah, okay, music can give you a boost. Pre-workout can give you a boost, but it really is like you at the end of the day. The strength is in you, and I want to remind you of that. We often think, oh, I need it. It can give you a boost. Like when you put makeup on, or you dress up, you might feel a bit more capable. It can help you to step into character a bit more, but it's all you. These are just accessories. These are things that can help you to tune in or tap into that persona a bit more, or lean into that a bit more, but you are the initial strength. Does that make sense? Like, you are source. The idea started with you. How do you think people became back in the day? Like, people didn't have like this type of, you can do it. There's a lot of strength within you organically. And I know that sounds funny and maybe even woo-woo, but a lot of us, we overemphasize, or we give too much credit to external things. So this is not bad. It's a vibe. You know, it's great. I've been. This is the third day that I'm gonna try it. You know, and I'm not gonna underestimate if it does have an effect. So far, I've noticed that I feel like my energy doesn't crash as much, which is nice. But every other 500 bloody workouts that I've done without this, I also did great. And you know, any progress that I made up until this point, I did organically, without pre-workout, without, even at times without music. And I just want to remind you, like, if it's a crappy day where you forgot your headphones, don't worry, babe. Don't worry. If you can do a day without the external stuff, that's some superpower right there. Like, you can do anything. So anyway, I rambled. That's it. I'm gonna go. I typically go in the order, by the way, of lower, upper, and posterior chain. The way I like to frame it is, I'll usually have we won't tend to work out on my work days just because of how busy my work days are. But in my days off, I'll normally do like a lower day, next day go away straight to do upper, then I might give myself a day or two's break and then go hit posterior chain, give myself a day or two's break and repeat the cycle. So I kind of am flexible in how I do everything, but I always tend to go in that order because it gives me a nice amount of rest time between lower and posterior chain. If it's an extremely busy week, then I'll at least try and hit lower because my main goals are with the glutees. So yeah, but again, I try to avoid that. I try to squeeze lower and upper in. In terms of timing, I always like to say, you know, when you're first starting out with gymming, take your time. It could take you 2 hours because you're getting used to the form. Let it take 2 hours. Or just do fewer moves and let it take 1 hour. You know, give yourself the time to get used to things. Once you get used to it, slightly different story. I can bang out this workout in about an hour and 15 if I'm feeling strong and fancy, maybe an hour 30, typically an hour 30, coming up to 2 at times depending on like how I'm feeling that day. I always like to give myself that 2 hours for upper if I'm feeling, was it fit and fancy? What did I say? I can't remember. About an hour. Posterior chain about an hour 15, roughly like that. So anyway, that's it, guys. I think I've rambled enough. I'm going to take a shot of this and we're going to skedaddle. I'm telling you. I don't know what I'm telling you. The sun, when you're ready. You know what? Anyway, I planned my fits as well, guys. So you're going to see my fit. You're going to see my fits. Again, not sponsored. But I also love to combine things. I'm not going to lie. Like, I can't wear, I'm going to drag this out too much, but like, I can't wear, you know, those long shorts that gym fitfluencers wear and then like they scrunch it up. It doesn't look good on me. I get coochie toe. Like, it doesn't work. haven't found the right thing for me. So I wear like Fabletics shorts and then sometimes like Fabletics tops, mostly Honor Active tops. Do I have any other brands with me? I think those are my brands at the moment. My protein socks. Yeah, that's it. I have a whole list of things I want. I'm not gonna lie, I just can't afford it right now. Gymshark 2. What's the other one? Tala. Honey, I got things I want to buy. So subscribe and then maybe I'll do a haul for you guys someday. Oh, anyway, she's rambling. If you're interested, stick around, like, etc. Follow along, have fun. If you have any questions, comment down below. And then that's it. Let's go. Let's get a juicy booty body. Yeah, okay, see you. Bye. Love you.